Let's talk about why Jay Collins is unfit to be the next governor of Florida, and even honestly, unfit to be the lieutenant governor. If you haven't seen the crazy clip going around of Jay right now, of him literally saying he will violate your First Amendment rights. And then also, he doesn't take care of his veterans as he's proven in the state guard. He won't even acknowledge the scandal going on, everything from sexual harassment to misuse of taxpayer dollars to whistleblower to all kinds of just toxic leadership. And then on top of that, he threw one of his fellow Green Berets. Actually, I should say this. He snitched on one of his fellow Green Berets after he approached him for a bro to bro conversation about the leadership in the state guard. And then he threw him under the bus and then backed over him and then forgot about him. But let's go play that clip real quick. Hey, Ron, throw that clip up there. Let's watch that about the First Amendment violation.
Don't have the right to harm other people with your words, and you don't have the right to say things that have really negative, really horrible meanings.
Oh, Jay, man, that was bad, bro. That was so bad. I had to put my sunglasses on because watching it was just so painfully blinding to see you say that. Like I I thought I was retarded. That was retarded. Like I don't think you understand the state you're living in. And maybe that's because you just moved here in 2018, 2019, I believe, and then became a senator right after that, and now lieutenant governor. But like, I don't think you understand who Florida is, who the people are. I mean, we are like conservative. Like, we consider ourselves to be like the last Alamo in America. Like, honestly, between like us and Texas, like we're it. And it blows my mind that you, as a special forces soldier, a Green Beret, who I highly respect, I got so many Green Beret friends. I work with you guys. I mean, I love you guys. But the fact that you're a Green Beret, you took an oath to defend the Constitution, foreign and domestic, and now you're going against the Constitution. Like, you were literally the domestic terrorist of the Constitution. Like, you're not going to violate my First Amendment right. Like, it's so crazy. And I'll tell you something else I don't understand about you, Jay. You're really worried about Israel. Like, I see you keep talking about Israel and Israel this and Israel that. And like, here's the thing, man. I don't care about Israel. I don't even think about Israel. I don't think about these other countries. I think about Florida. And then I think about America, and I think about my neighboring states, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Texas, my home state, Louisiana, where I was born. That's the kind of stuff I think about, right? I don't think about Israel. It's so far away. I've never been there. Like, people from Florida aren't going to Israel. No one cares. It's not anti-Semitic or whatever. Like, I mean, my great grandmother was a Jew. She left during the Holocaust. Like, I don't care. But I don't think about Israel the way you do. And it's like, I don't understand that. Maybe you would like to come here on the Birdman podcast and explain why you're so concerned about Israel and free speech and how, it's hurtful or negative. Because, if I played that whole clip out, you talk about saying like negative, hurtful things against Israel, and you're going to basically make that, well, not basically, you said you're going to, you don't have the right to say whatever you want, which again is just crazy. But I mean, if you want to come on the Birdman podcast, I will resend the invitation to you and we can talk about it. Because honestly, I will give you this, Jay. I've never heard your peers in politics haven't said you're a bad person. And I believe that. I don't think you're a bad guy at all. I really don't. I think you're a good dude. Honestly, I probably would get along with you, but I mean, right now you probably don't like me, so I understand. But I don't think you're a bad guy. And this is what your peer politicians have told me. They said, Jay's not a bad guy. He just can't keep up. And he's in over his head. He's behind on everything. And then on top of that, he announced he was running for governor. And then you did something to make DeSantis mad. And apparently he doesn't even talk to you no more. And I mean, clearly he's not endorsing you, which is crazy because he picked you to be lieutenant governor. And from what I was told, you did such a poor job at being lieutenant governor. Not that you're a bad guy, but you just did a poor job as lieutenant governor that he is now not endorsing you. So, I mean, that's not good. I mean, Trump didn't endorse you. I didn't endorse you. You know, the Florida State Guard is definitely not going to endorse you, especially that Green Beret that you threw under the bus, man. That was really disappointing because, you know, when commanders and state guard people went to you, and more specific, when the special missions unit commander went to you and had a 1 hour conversation with you about the failures in leadership in the state guard, and you said you were going to look into it, you clearly didn't because you didn't act on it. And that was in November of 25. And then all you did was reached out to another former Green Beret and like a high level one, a guy that was in Black Hawk Down, Delta Force operator. Like, I mean, guy's a hero to all of us, right? Like, I mean, Black Hawk Down is crazy. And he's a good guy, and he's actually helped you out a lot. I mean, he's very, politically connected. And you went to him and asked for his honest opinion on the Florida State Guard leadership. And he told you they're a disaster. This is why the Florida State Guard's in a mess. And for whatever reason, you thought it was a good idea to then go tell the executive director of the State Guard what that individual said about him. And you weren't shocked that there was going to be some kind of retaliation with that. And then 2 weeks later, that director is now telling the commander to issue that Delta guy a letter of reprimand for some made up nonsense that he basically just, I got something to get him on, Like, I mean, I'm not saying he should get a pass, but I mean, 1 silver star, 3 bronze stars, 4 bronze stars, and 3 purple hearts. I mean, like, is that really the guy we want to give like a letter of reprimand or a letter of counseling to? I mean, like, come on. I think he's a little beyond that. Like, it's just, honestly, it's disrespectful to even do that to someone like that because he doesn't have to be part of the State Guard, and he brings so much experience, I should say. So it's just, it's embarrassing that happened. And what's more embarrassing and just disappointing in you is that you did nothing about it after it happened. And you have still to this day, I think we're going on 6 days from when all this State Guard scandal came out, you have failed to acknowledge it. And you know what? I think you probably do want to acknowledge it. I think you want to say something, especially after you see this video and me posting everything about you, but you can't because you're not a free man, Jay. Your dog handlers won't let you off the leash. I know you want to come off the leash, but you lost that dog in you a long time ago. Like, sure, you were, actually, I heard great things about you as a Green Beret. I really did. I really did hear that. Actually, I heard that from the guy that you threw under the bus. He still was like, yeah, I heard good things about him, And so, I mean, you're obviously a good dude, but when you went to Tallahassee, man, you forgot who you were. You forgot the people that you serve. You forgot your veterans. And you just left them out to dry, man. And with all this stuff going on, you became a politician. When you went to Tallahassee, you became a politician. You hung up the Green Beret and became a politician. And it's disappointing because, before you became lieutenant governor, I had no idea who you were, never heard of you. And when I heard it was a Green Beret, I was like, yeah. I was like, we got a Green Beret as lieutenant governor. And then obviously I'm like, he's going to become the governor. I was like, this is going to be great. We're going to have a special force dude as the governor of Florida. Like that's the last Alamo, right? Like we got this killer up in office. He ain't going to be a politician. And then what a disappointment that was. I mean, like you turned out to be like one of the biggest politicians and going against the First Amendment right and the Constitution. And it's just like, what? Like it's crazy. And as much as I would love to take the credit for ending your campaign, I mean, I can't because I mean, let's be real here, Jay. The campaign was over before it began. I mean, like you didn't have a chance. I think you got like 2,500 followers, whatever it is on Instagram or something, and then Byron Donalds has like, I don't know, 100 million followers. I don't know, 10 million, 5 million, a million. And I mean, he's just done a great job in Congress, and he's not trying to restrict nobody's free speech. So, and he got Trump endorsement. I think he got like $50 million. So, man, and then I see like his engagement on social media versus yours, and then like actually Byron is actually trying to help us in the state guard, but I mean, he can't. I mean, you actually have more power than him as lieutenant governor because you're running the state guard, but you're not running the state guard. And that's the other thing. It's like how could you run the state of Florida as the governor if you can't even run the state guard? And there's like maybe 400 people. I don't even, and like out of that, how many people are actually on orders active? I think there's only like 40 members, 25 members that are actually full time with the state guard. And you can't even keep that house clean without scandals and sexual harassment and, I mean, lawsuits and misuse, millions in misused funds. How are you going to run the whole state of Florida? I mean, you can't. You've already proven you can't even do basic management level or even acknowledge it. Like I said, you probably can't even acknowledge it because you're not a free man and your dog handler won't let you say what you want to say. You know, like you don't have any power, and you're just you're a yes man. You're going to do whatever the guy above you tells you to do. So that's why I say like you're unfit for Florida. So I'm not saying you're a bad guy. I don't think you are. I heard you're an amazing Green Beret, but man, you're just like, you're not the right guy for this job. That's all. And I'm only coming at you so hard, Jay, because I'm super disappointed in you, operator to operator, for not taking care of your fellow Green Berets and other special operators, to include myself, in the state guard when all these accusations, not even accusations, actual proof landed on your desk and you were told by multiple people from different organizations about how bad the leadership failures were. But instead of actually addressing it, you just wanted to ignore it because you didn't want anything negative on you or DeSantis. It's only the only conclusion I can come to. I mean, why else would you just completely ignore all of this? So the only reason I said I'm coming at you so hard, Jay, is just because I actually care about Florida. I love my state of Florida. And there's never going to be any constitutional right violations with me here. There's going to be as much free speech as you want. First Amendment, like that's never going to wait. Second Amendment, like we're not going to restrict it. I mean, I think we should have machine guns. I mean, I wish I could go buy an RPG for some deer hunting, but whatever. I guess the Second Amendment doesn't cover that, but I mean, there should be no restrictions on that. And the fact that you are willing to restrict free speech, man, are you a Democrat? Serious question. Like, are you like an undercover Democrat? Because that's like when I hear about like, oh, hate speech and you can't say hurtful things, like that's what Democrats say and do. So Jay Collins, are you a Democrat? Like, are you secret Democrat or Rhino, something like that? But I mean, like, you do know you're in the Republican Party, right? Like, and you're in Florida, and you want to restrict free speech. It's just, oh man, it's shocking. But the reason why I say all that is because I said I care about Florida, and you're just not the right guy for Florida because you're not that strong of a leader, as you've proven. You can't even run a state guard. You're a yes man. You don't take action, clearly, with all these things going on in the state guard. You've refused to take action or unable to take action. Unable to take action. And you want to suppress First Amendment rights like what I'm doing right now. Because this is, negative or hurtful? Like, what if I don't think it's negative? Like, what if I think you're a retard? Is that hurtful to you? But I don't think that's hurtful. So, yeah. So, anyways, Jay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to donate I mean, like I said, I don't think you ain't got a chance to beat Byron Donalds or Fishback. Like Fishback, Byron, and I think there's a guy named Jeremy running on the Democrat side. Like you ain't got a chance. But just in case, I'm gonna run clips, little reels of this video against you until you drop out of running for governor. And I think the amount of money it's going to take to ensure success, and I'm only going to run them in the state of Florida, is going to be $1 a day. I think $1 a day running reels is going to defeat your campaign. I don't think you'll become governor with $1 a day. So that's what I'm going to do. And Byron Donalds and Fishback, and I think the Jeremy guy, and the other guy running, and whoever else, you don't have to thank me. You don't have to thank me for taking out the competition for you, but I'm doing it. $1 a day. $1 a day until you drop out of the campaign. That's me serving my state of Florida, serving the people. And maybe I'll run those campaign ads in your district over there in Tampa kind of area, I think it is, Pasco County. Maybe I'll run them over there, or I'll swap it up. But $1 a day against Jay. And you know, it's funny. I was thinking about this, Jay. I'm not trying to be mean here. This is something I was thinking about. I had this amazing high school football coach back in Texas, back in Deweyville, Texas, and I think his name. Oh, what was his? I can't remember his name. Can't remember it. Awesome guy. But we actually had this guy on my football team. I swear to God, this is true. I'm not making this up. His name was Jay as well. His name was Jay. He was a big old guy, big lineman guy. And we were watching film, and he messed up a play. He was a really good player. He was a good player, right? But he messed up a play. The coach says, "Jay, you look like Tarzan, but you play like Jane." And I mean, we were just laughing, right? But like I said, he was actually a good player, unlike you. Like, you're trying to violate my First Amendment right. So, you know, big difference there. But, you know, I think that's kind of like you, Jay. I think you look like Tarzan. You look like a tough guy, you know, and you are. You're a tough guy, for sure. But you play like Jane. You look like Tarzan, but you play like Jane when you put your little suit and tie on up there in Tallahassee. And when you get on these podcasts and you go up there and you're saying you're going to violate the First Amendment right against, you know, not only all Americans, but Floridians, it's just like, hey, man, let's be real, pack it up, campaign's done. And maybe I think you should go to your campaign manager and ask that person why they're lying to you. It's probably for a paycheck, but I mean, like, campaign is just, it's bad, man. It's kind of embarrassing. It's not very special force feeling, you know. It's yeah. Anyways, I think I've said enough about this, about why you're unfit to be you know, governor or even lieutenant governor at this point, just because of all the failures and failure to action and constitutional right violations. I mean, yeah. Anyways, look forward to those $1 a day anti-campaign ads, I guess I would call it, something like that. But wish you the best of luck, man. Really do. And try not to go violate anybody's constitutional rights. And then if you want to come on the Birdman podcast, you let me know. I will resend the invitation. I know I retracted it from you, but if you want to come back on, I really mean it. I swear to God. I'll even come pick you up in the plane. I'll fly you over here. We'll sit down, have some coffee, some bourbon, some brisket. And I mean, no big deal, right? So you just let me know. Invitation is official now. You can come on the show. Later.